March 13, 2006, 10 volunteers from a church in East Mesa make the trek to the northern Baja Peninsula of Mexico. The purpose of the trip to Tijuana is simple: to build a home for a family who needs one. In partnership with Amor Ministries, the 10 volunteers will either build a home or build onto an existing structure. The home is an 11-foot by 22-foot framed stucco structure on a slab with a door and 2 windows. While quite humble by American standards and not even up close to American code, the home is a huge improvement to the living condition of these families. The families are selected by a group of local pastors from the churches in Mexico. The 10 come from Desert Haven Community Church, a Reformed church in Mesa, Arizona, formed in 1965. The church moved to the Sonoran Desert in 2001 and watched the neighborhood grow up around them. The congregation is an essential part of this trip, with fundraising, support, and prayers as the team goes into Mexico. The 2006 Mexico team consisted of Bobby, Anita, Wes, Shiloh, Nicole, Scott, Emily, Tyler, Justin, and Adam.
When I wander through the desert and I'm longing for my...
It's been an interesting drive, a long drive.
And it was a long road trip.
What surprised me about today is how smoothly everything has gone for just the group. It seems like we haven't had any issues or holdups or anything. It just seems like everything is really gelling already.
Did you sleep on the van?
Yes, I did. I slept very comfortably.
You are my strong tower, shelter over me, beautiful and mighty, everlasting King.
South of the border, down Mexico way, down Mexico way.
Today was fun as we crossed the border.
We got across the border very simple, very easy. Weren't any problems. We got camp set up real quick and about ready to enjoy our first home-cooked meal.
Put up the fire, put up the tents, did the business.
Today went pretty well. The toilet paper attacked me in the toilet, and I didn't like that.
Yeah, it was a long day, but we made it here.
I want God to help me look through all the poverty and to really get to know these people and understand that yes, they are trying, you know, they're doing the best they can, but most of all to really get to know them, to understand their situation and how they're trying to better themselves through God.
I'm always just waiting for God to surprise me, you know. I think you always try not to come with expectations, but sometimes it's hard not to. But God always manages to be bigger than you and anything else, you know. And I just hope that whatever it is, you know, God's in it with us as we do His work here.
You know, I don't know. I get a feeling He's got something in store that I'm not sure of yet, but...
Humble me. It will be a humbling experience, I'm sure.
You know, to change me, to make me closer to Him. I think that you know, you drift away, and it's so nice to be able to have your eyes opened again to what He wants you to do with your life.
I want to be able to do more stuff on my own this trip.
That you build a house, build a nice one, a really nice one.
As we drove through Tijuana, we saw the area that we'll probably be working in, and looks like it's going to be a lot of work ahead of us.
The houses are shacks. They're nothing. It's destitute. It's something that would be condemned in the United States, something that you would not see in the United States, that people are actually living in.
I mean, I don't know how people can live in those conditions. I don't know, it's yucky.
Well, the roads are crazy. There's a lot of crazy drivers out there. They just cut you off, and not like the stop sign doesn't really mean nothing to them, I guess, because they don't stop. The house is small. There were some nice ones, but you know, they're still pretty, and they're really close together, and really small.
It's amazing how privileged we are in America, and how different it is, and how God has blessed us so much. Been looking forward to coming here for so long. I'm glad we're finally here.
The family we were partnered with this year was the Perez Sanchez family from Sanchez Taboaba neighborhood in Tijuana. They moved to Tijuana in 1987 from Guadalajara looking for work. The father's name is Jesus. He's a laborer and he makes about $80 a week. His wife is Norma. And Norma takes care of three folks. Her brother, Ventura, is about 40 years old and he's developmentally disabled, and they provide him with medical and personal care. And then the two boys, Luis is 8 and Jesus, little Jesus, is 7.
Jesus, he was an interesting kid. Full of energy. He also incredibly hungry. That surprised us. You know, their favorite food were chips, and so every time we would be out there, he'd kind of pull on your little shirt, and he'd say papitas, and you know, we're like papitas, and took me a while to remember that papitas are potato chips. And so once we knew that was like their favorite food, it seemed like we always had an extra bag on hand.
The house they live in is just basically, it's 2 shacks, both of them made up of used lumber, a lot of pallets and like spare plywood. It's painted very beautiful colors. They have a dirt floor and a roof that leaks.
So any type of scrap wood that they can, they'll piece together a house.
I don't have a stove or fridge. Norma, I saw her a couple times, she was cooking over a fireplace. They've been there 20 years and they're still paying for the land. I've done a lot of these projects in Mexico. This was the worst site that we came upon.
Down that slope was an old foundation that we ended up having to break apart using sledgehammers and shovels and pickaxe, and we just destroyed it.
The tire was part of the I think neighboring foundation, and we ended up having to saw a piece of the tire out so we could actually fit our form in the right spot.
Mixing cement, oh, that was such a nightmare.
Man, people worked their little brains out that day. It was unbelievable watching everybody just, you know, pitching in wherever they could. You know, from mixing concrete to doing the wheelbarrows to, you know, screeding, and it was an amazing thing to watch, and we got that thing done.
Today was an incredible day. It was an awful lot of fun to watch this family just brighten up when we got there, and how excited they are to watch this new project going up at their house.
The one thing I kept thinking about all day is, I wish I could share this with so many people. I mean, I had no strength at all last night. I thought there's no way I'm gonna get through this week. I was so cold. I just wanted to get up and go home. I'm like, that's it, I can't do this, there's no way, forget it. And I mean, it wasn't even 2 hours into the day, and I was like, this is awesome. It's just all of a sudden, there's no other explanation except for that just God just totally came through me.
Even though I felt like my arms were gonna fall off, that I just couldn't do anymore, God was just there.
It was a great day and exhausted, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow and the next couple of days and putting this house together.
Framing was really fun. Actually, I really enjoyed it.
Shiloh didn't have to take apart as many times as he did last year, I guess. So that was good. We got it done quick.
Bobby, he kept on bending the blade. Like the blade would always go like this. He'd stall too fast or try to go too fast, and he had to use both hands like a girl.
No, even though he likes to tell everybody he's got big muscles.
Yeah, I was going cricket, and I'd give up. Then I go back for it, I go cricket, then I give up, then I finally get it, and then it was done already.
I ring out danger, I ring out a warning, yeah. I ring about love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, sing it in the evening.
One side of the slab didn't get very much sun, and so it was still kind of wet the following day. So we had to kind of watch where we stepped and stuff.
It was interesting, creating walls. It's kind of like a puzzle, putting it all together. As we put up the walls, gosh, it was fun to watch and see the whole product go up. It's fun watching everybody work together as a team and get this all done.
I was really impressed just with this group at the teamwork. It was always one group, everybody was willing to pitch in, and I mean you could really just see that in the way we put the roof on top of the house.
Anybody that wants to go.
They didn't speak any English at all, and so what little Spanish a few of us knew, it was a bit of a challenge.
Interacting with the family and the neighbors and even the people when we went to the beach was a little weird for me because I have taken a lot of Spanish classes, but I had a really hard time remembering most of it.
I can only say a couple words like no mas and Jesus no and stuff like that.
They spoke to me in Spanish, but I couldn't understand one word they were saying.
I'm just trying to show them with my hands, shaking my head no, and when they asked for chips, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'd just say, Scott, what is he saying? Scott, what is he saying?
The interactions that I did have with them, most of it was nonverbal communication. It was just a smile here, a high five, a thumbs up, that kind of thing, and that was very encouraging the whole week.
How do I speak of the endless cry
The beach was awesome. It was really cool. It was a beautiful day.
Absolutely amazing experience to be able to go to the beach and have an entire beach to ourselves.
I went and I ran up on the rocks with the boys, and they were looking for tadpoles and all that fun stuff.
Tyler went crazy in the water. Thought he was a little nuts.
Oh, that was awesome. I'd never been to a beach before.
The high school guys, they built a couch, and then they sat on it and it cracked after all that work.
To be able to fellowship with each other too and just relax for a day and reflect on what we had done the previous 2 days was really nice. But again, just being able to kick back your feet and relax.
Frustrated because the stucco won't stay on the wall, and so I'm just going to sit here and wait until they can fix the gap so we don't waste our time and energy and I don't want to waste all the cement either. So I'm just going to sit here and wait for it to work.
Trying to make our baling wire tight to give us support on the outside. So we're weaving wire on the inside.
Stucco is a crazy mixture. It's kind of being a kick in my pants right now, but I think I'm getting better of it. But it's not the easiest to work with if you've ever worked with it. Because it is just like cement and it wants to do what it wants to do, but it can't.
Tired, need a shower, definitely smell bad. The house is gonna get down, because that's how we do.
I lift my eyes up unto the mount.
My gloves are ruined. Ruined. My face is dead.
Comes from you, maker of heaven, creator of the earth.
The roof, that was fun. I'd never been able to do that before, so getting to go up there and Justin showing me how to do it, like having another kid teach me something because he'd done it before.
The roof, that was kind of fun. I actually got to get up there and nail down the roofing paper, and Justin taught me what to do, and he was a very good teacher.
You know, the kids stand out because they were so happy to have us there every single day, and they continued to just make our lives happy. They worked so hard too. I just couldn't believe how much they participated.
They just walked up and they were helping us. They were doing anything they could. They were jumping in, you know, if somebody needed to get a drink of water, they were taking their spot.
They were always wanting to help and do something.
My help comes from you, maker of heaven, creator of...
If I could have brought anything back from Mexico, it would have been Caspar. That little kid was awesome. I still think that there's a lot I can learn from that 12-year-old. For the first couple days, I actually thought he was part of the family. I thought there was like a typo on the forms we got, and he was actually part of the family, but he was just a neighbor kid that when he wasn't in school, he was at the job site helping us work, and just an amazing amount of work that this kid put out.
He's a good kid. He was always helping out.
Caspar, he came, and man, that kid was awesome. We had kids that, you know, they were helping us any way they could, man, I tell you.
casa bien?
Sí.
Sí.
Muy bonito.
Un regalito para usted y nuestra casa. Ojalá que Dios le bendiga tu casa y tu familia. Y era un placer para nosotros para construir esta casa por tu familia. Gracias.
Gracias. Gracias porque vinieron a hacer mi casa y que Dios los cuide. Y me gustó muy bonita como le hicieron.
¡Vámonos! ¡Vamos! Vamos, Carlos.
Una Biblia para ustedes y uno para los niños también y unos folletos que lean. Y adentro hay cortinas y ¿qué más?
Blankets.
Blanket. Forget the word for blanket. No recuerdo la palabra, pero hay más cosas adentro que quieres.
Indescribable, uncontainable. You place the stars in the sky and you know them by name. You are amazing, God. All powerful, untamable. Awestruck, we fall to our knees as we humbly proclaim.
Giving the house to the family was just very special because the momentum had been building all day and the family could tell and we could tell, and every time we would do something we were one step closer, and it was just awesome. And just being able to finally give them those keys and kind of have that moment, it was awesome.
That was great for the family, just to see their face of them have the keys when you handed it to them.
The door locked and they didn't have a door that locked before.
The husband was just kind of standing there like, you know, he was real happy, and I don't know if it was the friends or brothers or family that was there too. And then to see the smiles on their faces when you guys gave them the keys was really awesome.
What I was feeling at that moment was that I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay because I didn't feel like we had done enough.
I was actually right behind Scott when we were going to build the window boxes with it, and we were getting kind of short on time the last day. And he looked up at the mom, Norma, and he said, "We have some extra wood. Do you want it?" And her face just lit up, and she just, yes, you know, I want the wood. Of course, she said it in Spanish. And she said they wanted to build an outhouse because currently, as it was, their outhouse was in the front of their houses, so there was no privacy. It was falling apart. There was very little, if any, part of a roof on there. And so to be able to move it to the back where it's a little bit more private and where, you know, they're gonna have a lot more privacy, I just think that was wonderful for them, and she appreciated that a millionfold, I think.
After we presented the house to the family, we went and took our hot showers, which is one of our rewards.
We went and took a shower, a really nice shower, for like 20 minutes. It was nice.
And then we made our way back to camp, where we were blessed with the rain fairy.
So we can't make chimichangas. We're eating fajitas.
Where?
In a cold van. In Mexico. In Mexico. I think I'm gonna sleep tonight.
Go hit the sack.
Right now.
Since Mexico, I very much so realize that I take very small things for granted.
It really hit me hard that this family didn't necessarily know where their next meal was coming from.
I feel like I've changed, that I could, just go and help somebody do something that they really need help doing, and just getting it done feels great.
I mean, I've seen a little bit of difference in myself, just as far as like actually opening up a Bible and reading it, and actually spending time with God in prayer, and never really had the hunger to do that before.
It's so much more appreciative of what I have, and my family, and all of the blessings that have been given to us, and driving a car on roads that are not torn up, and you just have to appreciate everything that you have. That's definitely a reminder every single day.
I think God showed me that I have to be part of the instrument of change.
I'm different now that I feel like I have a larger vision of the world.
It's just what God and Jesus wants us to do. We're supposed to go in and make disciples of all nations.
¿Cómo se llama?
Gaspar.
Gaspar, ¿qué?
Gaspar Pineda Ramos. Pineda.
¿Cuántos años?
12.
¿12?
Sí.
¿Va a una iglesia?
Sí.
¿Cuándo?
Cristiana. Los sábados. Yo soy católico. Me gusta también cristiano.
Sí.
Me gustan los dos. Voy en las dos iglesias. Católico, cristiano. Sumo Diana Cruz.
Sí. ¿Por qué?
Porque por nuestra vida. Se llama, nos sacrificó con nosotros.
Sí.
Bow down, the mountains tread